Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School, and I want to say welcome to the Black Financial Channel. I hope you guys will subscribe. If you have not subscribed yet to the Black Financial Channel, please, it's very simple. Just go to theblackfinancialchannel.com, THE, that's theblackfinancialchannel.com. And the Black Financial Channel is a Black-owned daily financial news and commentary platform that gives you financial news and information from a Black perspective, because Black people need to be financial people. If you agree, type yes in the chat. We need to be financial. We need to think about wealth every day. We need to become competitive economically. We need to practice Powernomics. If we learn how to do Powernomics as well as we know how to sing and dance and rap and play basketball, then we can't be stopped. Can I get an amen? If you agree with me, please type amen in the chat. All right, let's start this morning off. First of all, I want to say hello to everybody and let you know how much I appreciate you and I love you. And also thank you those who are supporting the Black Financial Channel, who are a part of the platform. Our goal is to conquer media. Our goal is to own as much media as we possibly can, because we believe Black people need to tell our own story. Now, I see my friend, the King of Bakersfield, types in the word Zoom, and he has a little emoji with dollar signs in it. I know what you're talking about, brother, because I know how much money you made off of Zoom stock. If you recall, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, when the crisis first began, we were discussing Zoom on this platform, and I can't take credit for that. I mean, I'm a believer in Zoom. I love Zoom. I use Zoom every day. I literally every single day I use Zoom. But actually, when I was doing my research, I saw some of the other experts mentioning what was going on with some of these companies that are going to benefit from the fallout from this crisis, and Zoom was at the top of the list. And this was before Zoom really took off. And if you look at the trajectory of Zoom actually was one of the few stocks in a bloodbath of a situation. They were one of the few stocks that just shot through the roof. I mean, just kept going up and up and up. And I know this as a customer, because we used to be able to get Zoom on customer support. They talk to us on the phone for an hour or two or whatever. Now, my brother called Zoom the other day, and he said, what was it? My brother said that he couldn't even get the customer support on the phone. He said I was number 346 in line in the chat. So apparently Zoom is doing a Pablo Escobar right now, because they got more customers and more money than they can handle. So anyway, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button right now. Please hit the thumbs up, share, and subscribe button. Or if you're on Twitter or Facebook or anywhere, please share, please retweet, share this information. We need to be more financially literate as a community. Also, the other point I was going to make, thank you. Hey, hello to everybody on Instagram. My Instagram is The Real Boyce Watkins. Also follow the Black Financial Channel on Instagram and the Black Business School. The Black Business School, the Black Financial Channel, and The Real Boyce Watkins, all on Instagram. So feel free to check it out. All right, so somebody typed audio, so let me make sure my audio is good. Can you see me and hear me? Let me know if you can see me and hear me. Give me a yes or no if you can see me and hear me. Okay. I just need a yes confirmation to make sure you guys can hear me all right. All right, so here's what's going on. Basically, right now, Congress made an announcement. You might have noticed that the stock market surged. I'm looking here. It goes, up 1,300. Then it drops to 1,100. Then it went up to 1,500. The latest is 1,500 at the time of this recording. And really, this is all from information about expectations. Remember, I was telling you guys, especially those of you who are in my stock market program, I've been telling you guys that the market's driven mostly by information and expectations. Information and expectations, and then how realizations compare to expectations. Right? Information gives you two things. It'll give you either a realization, either, like basketball, right? Either I can tell you who won the game, right? I could say, Duke played North Carolina. Here's the final score. That's a realization. Or I can give you an expectation. I can give you information that says, hey, according to the analysts in Vegas, they predict that Duke is going to win by 4, right? All that information will shift the market price, right? So basically right now, what's moving the market today is information. Information about expectations, right? Right now, the Congress has basically made an announcement to say, we're getting close to a deal. We're on our way. Things are looking good. Happy days are almost here again. And the market's like, right? Yesterday, Congress sent out a different signal. Yesterday, Congress said, Oh, it's bad. It's real bad. It's just so bad out here. These Trumps, they did making us mad and we can't come to a deal. And, so because it was negative yesterday, you saw that the prices went down. Now, here's the thing. This is why situations like this can often represent buying opportunities. I'm with a lot of the fund managers that I sit and I watch shows and consume information constantly. And because I have a PhD, I can see it in a way that's a little bit different from other people. So I can take the same information everybody else is seeing, but I'll see a lot of angles and underbellies that people don't see when you didn't spend, 20 years analyzing the mathematics behind, financial formulas and all that. So when I'm listening, what I heard was, okay, they're going to make a deal eventually. There's no way on this earth. You can go ask white Jesus, black Jesus, and baby Jesus. There is no way on this earth that Congress was not going to make a deal. They were going to make a deal. Now, why were they going to make a deal? Well, because, first of all, the American public demands it. I mean, people are just angry as hell right now. But then number two, but since when did Congress care about what the public thinks, right? We know that's true because most people hate Congress. But here's the other thing, too. What do you think the average age is of a member of the House of Representatives? See, at the end of the day, I don't trust nobody. Most people are selfish bastards. Most people do what's best for themselves. So, including these politicians. What's the average age of a congressman? Is it young or is it old? It's old, right? The average age of a member of Congress is 57.8 years old. The average age of a senator is 61.8 years old. That means what? That they are getting close to retirement. And what does that mean? Well, first of all, getting older automatically means you're going to just be more afraid just because there's something about age and fear that are just connected. Like, we got grandma, we've been calling grandma trying to get her to come out the house to get food and she won't even answer the door. She'll barely answer the damn phone. She thinks she can get coronavirus through the phone, So there's fear, but then there's also the fact that they're watching their 401ks just, right? They're watching their own wealth. They don't care about your wealth nearly as much, in my opinion. I don't think they care about your wealth nearly as much as they care about their own wealth. So as these congressmen are watching congressmen and women, I say congressmen in a universal sense, as they're watching their wealth just fall to hell, they're thinking, we got to get a deal done because I don't want to watch my 401k get chopped in half right before I'm about to retire. So that tells me that, plus other factors, but the history says that they always get a deal done, tells me that a deal was going to get done. It was just a matter of time. So if you're patient, remember Warren Buffett always says that wealth is a transfer of money from impatient people to patient people. If you're patient and you just wait it out, the deal was going to get done. So if you want to know what my investment strategy is, I just keep buying. I was just like, oh, well, they're going to make a deal eventually. Oh, it dropped again. Okay, well, I'll buy some more. It's they're going to make a deal eventually. And now they're like, oh, guess what? We finally got close to making a deal. In a way, to me, in my eyes, it's like watching a movie where the whole movie they try to convince you that the hero is going to die. You watch it, in the movie they have all these things like he's on the edge of a cliff and he's about to get shot in the head and thrown in the river, and you're like, oh my God, how's he going to make it out of this? But he's going to live. The hero never dies 9 times out of 10. Now, sometimes they'll throw a twist every now and then. Like they did that on Narcos, the Narcos Mexico. I don't know if anybody watches Narcos, but they did actually kill the hero, which I thought was pretty smart. But the point of the matter is that the hero doesn't die. Eventually they come around and eventually a deal gets made. And I knew that was going to occur here. Now, here's one other piece of information that's going to be important, though. The actual deal that they make is going to be compared to the deal that the market expected them to make. So if the deal that they make is not as strong as the one that the market expected, then you could see another drop in the market, right? But if it's better, then you could see another surge. Also, a lot of this shutdown, a lot of this chaos is having an emotional effect. People are just scared. People don't know what to do. People are losing jobs. Businesses are dying because people can't make money when they're just sitting at home all day like that. Some people can. In fact, that's why I encourage you guys, especially if you're Black, I encourage you to use this as an opportunity to learn how to start an online business, learn how to start a business where you can make money from home. That's just my suggestion, because most of y'all want to homeschool your kids anyway. You want your kids at home anyway, because you know how those teachers treat Black kids at school, and you don't want to go to work every day because you know how white folks treat you on the job. I'm just keeping it 100 here. So why not use this as an opportunity to learn how to start a home-based business so that you can keep your kids at home? And then there are homeschool programs online. You can homeschool your kids. You can homeschool your kids with YouTube. Honestly, I'm a college professor. I hope you do. You trust me? Do you trust me? Do you trust what I'm saying could be accurate? I've taught at University of Kentucky, Indiana University, Syracuse University. I've taught in China. I've taught in Europe. I know how I'm a college professor and I know what universities and institutions give you. But I can tell you that the age that you live in now, you can learn as much more online than you can learn at a university. So I'm not a big fan of families, going $100,000 in debt to send their children to a university. It's going to give them a lot of stuff that they could have got online for next to nothing. That's just my 2 cents. But, in fact, if I had a child right now, I would probably have my child. I always thought I was too old to have more kids, but Eddie Murphy's 58. He just had a newborn baby. So who knows? Maybe I could talk Alicia into it. You never know. But, I would have my child just learn from the gurus. I would have them online and I'd say, let's go figure out what you want to do. Let's find a guru that knows how to do it. Let's take their class and learn from them. And just make sure you learn everything. And then you make a living, then you're happy, you go on about your life, everything's good. So that's my 2 cents. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the share and subscribe button. Some of you are asking about the Instagram pages again. I'm gonna say it one more time. Somebody please type it in so everybody can get it. The Black Business School, you just look up the Black Business School on Instagram. You'll find it that way. The Black Financial Channel's on Instagram. Just look up the Black Financial Channel, you'll find it that way. My Instagram is The Real Boyce Watkins. So you can find it that way. Please hit the thumbs up button. And also, if you guys actually want to get our Black Wealth calendars, we're selling the last few. We're going to end the sale very, very soon in the next couple of days. But these calendars are really cool because they contain not just, obviously, any calendar has the date, but this is something you can put on your refrigerator because every month has a Black Wealth principle to focus on, as well as a fill in the blank space where you can fill in and sort of lay out your financial goals. So like each month has a theme. So the first month is, January was savings and budgeting. Then you got debt reduction here. You've got credit repair here, the importance of credit repair. So there's information there as well as a way you can fill in kind of your goals, like a workbook. There's business planning here. I believe every Black Black family should have a family business. Here's a conversation about cash flow and how cash flow kind of works for your life and for business. Retirement planning. Let's see what's next. July is investing. And so feel free if you want. We created calendars because we realized that the goal for Black Wealth is to incorporate that in your culture. Wealth building is a cultural phenomenon. And so if you have it on your calendar and your calendar is on your fridge, then every day your kids are going to be reading wealth building principles on a daily basis. And they're going to know that that's what you're all about. Right. Because, again, if they're hearing Cardi B every morning on the radio, then the family becomes about hip hop and about Cardi B. Or if whatever you're watching on TV, then, if you're watching the baking channel or if you're watching sports every day, then that's what gets sucked into their brain. So every day, if they go to the refrigerator and they're seeing wealth building principles, then they will grow up saying, my parents were all about wealth building. That's why I'm doing well right now today, because it's not hard to get out of the struggle. It's just most of us are never trained to get out of it. So if you'd like to take a look at the calendar, you can go to the blackwealthcalendar.com. THE, that's theblackwealthcalendar.com. Somebody please type that in so I don't have to keep repeating it because I know some people may not have gotten it. It's theblackwealthcalendar.com. Let me check the URL, make sure it works. Yeah, theblackwealthcalendar.com. THE. All right, so let me just kind of give you a quick summary in terms of what else is happening here. According to Michael Novogratz, who's the CEO of Galaxy Digital, he says from a market perspective, it feels like we're coming to the end of it. He says it doesn't necessarily mean the market's going to go up, but a lot of crazy volatility is kind of coming out. I think that he's right, but I don't agree 100%. I don't know if we're completely at the bottom. What's really going to matter is, can we safely and with complete comfort and confidence get back to work and get our economy moving again? In a way where, can we do it in a way where the media isn't scaring the hell out of us every single day of the week with some crazy new headline about some other celebrity catching the coronavirus? I think that there is a reason to be legitimately concerned about it. but media makes a profit from scaring people, and that is similar to any other capitalist entity. And I think it's kind of unfortunate. This is one you're seeing the short sides of capitalism. You're seeing actually the strength of capitalism, but you're seeing the dark side of capitalism. The strength of capitalism says that we tend to just find a way. That America historically for the last 150 years has always found a way. So the Treasury steps in. They're injecting a massive amount of stimulus into the economy to get us over what we're dealing with right now. You're going to see the American economic engine show its resilience. It's going to make a comeback and it's going to plow back hard. The downside, the dark side of capitalism, though, is that you're seeing where, our healthcare facilities are not properly suited up to prepare for a pandemic because they care more about making money than they care about saving lives. You see, a lot of really bad leadership, from the Trump administration on this, and so I think in general, you're kind of really just seeing all sides of that equation, and you really learn a lot about the situation that you're in when you see a crisis come up. I don't rely on this government to protect me or my family during a crisis. I don't think that they have what it takes to support you. The government doesn't even itself have the resources it needs to do what it needs to do, and you got a glimpse into this when you saw how FEMA got caught with his pants down in the Hurricane Katrina situation. They could not help those people, and they didn't want to either, right? Because of racism, things like that. But I don't even think they could have done it if they wanted to. And so basically, why is that? Well, because America became so capitalist back in the 70s and 80s that they basically robbed the government. The wealthy people sucked all the resources out of the government, by getting us to the point where the amount of tax revenue pulled in from the public does not match the expenses that the government has in order to have a well-functioning, decent society. So you are living in a country that is on the decline. America over the next 100 years is going to just kind of do this because we don't have that balance. But in terms of you kind of positioning yourself short-term and long-term to be financially strong and stable in the midst of all that chaos, it's a matter of just understanding the game that you're playing and the world that you live in and positioning your family in the best way possible. So investing in the stock market is one of those keys to making sure that you're on the side of those who are secure and not on the side of those who are exploited. That's my 2 cents. Now, what about Canada? Canada's trajectory is very deeply connected to the United States. I think Canada does a better job, though, of balancing money with humanity. And so shout out to my Canadian friends. And I know some of you live in other countries and you've asked me, how do you invest in the stock market if you live in other countries? Well, actually, most major trading platforms allow you to have an account if you are a foreigner. Also, there are lots of local brokerages that if you just ask them, if you go to like one of the major banks in your own country and you say, hey, I'd like to invest in the US, they can show you the directions in order to do that, right? So there are opportunities for you to invest in the United States, no matter where you live. But the economy is not all bad. The U.S. Is not all bad when it comes to economics. But we do have some issues, and addiction to money is one of our big problems. So, but I just want you to have money so that you can know how to survive in an economy that's driven by money. Okay, so anyway, guys, I'm about to get out of here. I'll keep you guys posted on what's happening with the markets and everything else. Don't forget, if you'd like to join my Black Stock Market Program, you can get the first 30 days for $1. If you go to theblackstockmarketprogram.com, THE, that's theblackstockmarketprogram.com. At the bottom in the section that says what Dr. Boyce is buying, that is where I will continuously go through in detail why I'm buying whatever stocks I'm buying, and you can just take a look and see what I'm buying and add that to your information set. So feel free to go check out theblackstockmarketprogram.com. The first 30 days are $1. And if you're asking about the Black Wealth Calendar, you can go to theblackwealthcalendar.com. So this is the calendar, and I like images of Black people building wealth, because we have enough images of Black people playing basketball, and we have enough images of Black people rapping. We have enough images of Black people dancing. We need some images of Black people getting rich, or at least making themselves financially secure. The goal isn't to be rich. The goal is to be free. The goal isn't to be flossing and balling out. The goal is to be secure, and that's pretty much what I think we should aim for. That's my value system. You may have a different approach. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good day. Please hit the thumbs up button on your way out. I will see you soon. And F Billionaire says, I'm going to order it. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And there's a money back guarantee if you're unhappy for any reason. That goes for anything that we mention on this platform. So take care, guys. Have a good day. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.